Their special communication, which is a meeting of the Grand Lodge of Ghana, started with a procession of the Grand Master and His Majesty Otumfuo Osei II, known in Masonic circles as the Grand Patron. This is one of the rare moments women and non-Masons are allowed into the meeting of these gentlemen, a point Deputy Grand Master espoused in his introduction of the craft and the history of the Grand Lodge of Ghana.
The seed of creation of the Grand Lodge of Ghana began in 1962, led by the Right Worshipful Brother Sir Charles Techimenson and Right Worshipful Brother Sir Akokosa, then District Grand Masters of the District Grand Lodge of Ghana, English and Scottish constitutions, respectively. The matter was again in 1984 when Most Worshipful Brother Dr. Nana Fredua Mensah and Right Worshipful Brother Harry Sawyer spearheaded a renewed quest for a sovereign Grand Lodge of Ghana. Over the course of the ensuing 21 years, the idea was discussed and debated among the Freemasons in Ghana. The leaders of the Irish and Scottish constitutions regularly evoked the notion of a sovereign Grand Lodge at their annual communications. And finally, in 2006, it was agreed that the Grand Lodge of Ghana will be formed and that it will coexist with the District Grand Lodge of Ghana English Constitution, and all brethren free to continue interacting with each other, as had always been the case in the past.
The ceremony was also laced with cultural display which portrayed the making of the Asante Kingdom. Grandmaster of the Grand Lodge of Ghana, Most Worshipful Captain Retired Kwejo Edunkwa Buta, explained the program had a twin agenda, that is to commemorate the 10th anniversary of the Grand Lodge of Ghana and more importantly celebrate the 20th anniversary of the installment of Otumfuo on the Golden Stool.
And so we are glad that you, our non-Masonic guests, have joined us this day. We hope you will enjoy your time here and feel closer to the world of Masonry, which has for far too long been subjected to unnecessary and sometimes unguarded speculations and vilification. Our special purpose this day is twofold. We are celebrating the 10th anniversary of the Constitution of the Grand Lodge of Ghana. And secondly, we are honoring and celebrating the Most Worshipful Grand Patron, Brother Otumfuo Osei II, on the occasion of the 20th anniversary of His Royal Majesty's accession to the Golden Stool of the Kingdom of Ashanti. Most Worshipful Grand Patron, on behalf of your brethren present here and the numerous well-wishers, I thank you for hosting us here in Kumasi. The word anniversary derived from the Latin word anniversarium, and the Church applied its use to Universalia Dies, referring to saints' days. Later, getting into Gaelic, it became Mindag, or Mind Day. Our two occasions are thus Mind Days to be remembered for many years. Brethren, ladies and gentlemen, craft lodges that constitute the basic unit of Freemasonry have existed in the Gold Coast and Ghana for well over 1 century, having been introduced by the English Constitution. Since the early 1960s, talk of forming a Grand Lodge for Ghana engaged our forebears, but working as 3 provincial provincial and district Grand Lodges didn't make our progress easy. However, courageously and imbued with visionary sense, the Irish Provincial Grand Lodge of Ghana and the Scottish District Grand Lodge of Ghana agreed to go ahead. To the memory of the giants who nurtured the dream, this year, 2019, is being celebrated to mark the 10th year of the constitution of our Grand Lodge. It is also to the credit of the selfless individuals who surrendered their enviable positions as leaders of the erstwhile Provincial Grand Lodge of Ghana Irish Constitution and the District Grand Lodge of Ghana Scottish Constitution that we are here today. And I must say kudos to Most Worshipful Brother John Atokwesin, who is now an honorary Grand Master, and Most Worshipful Brother Charles Stanley Pierre, past Grand Master and also the founding Grand Master, who gave up those positions. We also salute the Secondus Grand Master, Most Worshipful Brother Uchesium Osai Nyampong VI, whose untiring efforts put the Grand Lodge of Ghana firmly on the world Masonic scene. Thank you, Nana. Let me also use the occasion to salute our 4 provincial Grand Lodges and the lodges that work under them for holding the fabric of the Grand Lodge together during its short but difficult life of 10 years. We also remember the great number of unsung heroes whose toil gave us the Masonic edifice we are now rebuilding. And we've come this far, brethren, because some of you have responded heartily to the call of duty and service to Grand Lodge, and we salute all of them. Our future evolution as a Grand Lodge of Ghana will continue to depend on the active involvement of all brethren, irrespective of rank and position. And we trust also that those of you who are witnessing a Masonic event for the first time will leave with fond and agreeable memories of our institution and join us in dispelling some of the adverse sentiments that are often directed at this noble institution. The second event that we celebrate today is the accession to the Golden Stool of the Ashanti Kingdom of the Most Worshipful Grand Patron on 26th April 1999. On that day, our Most Worshipful Brother Otumfo Osetutu II was entrusted with the care of the welfare and future prosperity of the Ashanti nation. Palace duties alone would be sufficient to consume His Royal Majesty's every 24 hours of the day, but not so our Grand Patron. He also makes time for national duties, international assignments, family duties, and golf. But best of all, notwithstanding the heavy responsibilities, His Royal Majesty has embraced freemasonry with infectious vigor. He agrees with the exhortation that through the ages, monarchs themselves had not thought it beneath their dignity to exchange the scepter for the travel. The Most Worshipful Grand Patron, a committed Freemason, has over the last 10 years shown unwavering support for Freemasonry in Ghana, giving generously of his time, talent, and counsel to the promotion of peace, harmony, and growth of Freemasonry in our land, and the development of our then nascent Grand Lodge. Most Worshipful Grand Patron, celebration covering the 20th anniversary of your accession to the Golden Stool spans many weeks and has numerous themes. We, your brethren, are happy that we have had a whole weekend to share in your joy and be treated to a cultural show of historical importance. Happy anniversary, and may God continue to give you health and strength as you prepare for your 69th birthday on Monday. My deputy earlier reminded me, but then continued to say that this also marks your 20th year in Freemasonry. Our visitors have conveyed a joyous, are going to convey joyous and encouraging messages to mark our joint anniversary. And I hope they will have words for us that we also remember. Finally, we are afforded an opportunity to give thanks and praise the Most High for the bounty that He has bestowed upon us. And as we commit ourselves to our allotted tasks, whilst we still have breath, do more in support of our communities so that future generations may say, see what our fathers did for us. My special thanks go to the cultural troupe who have inspired us with excerpts of Ashanti social customs.
On his part, Yasantihene, amongst others, charged Freemasons to continue their charitable deeds, especially their contributions to the blood bank.
Most worshipful visiting grandmasters, most worshipful past grandmasters, distinguished ladies, brethren all, on behalf of my dear wife who sits here, and then it is my duty, others a special communication, to mark the 10th anniversary of the Grand Lodge of Ghana, to extend a warm welcome to all present to Kumasi. I say a special akwaba to our visitors from outside Ghana, and with the hope that you will always cherish fond memories of this visit in coming years. Anniversaries are occasions for celebrations. It is also a time for reflection on achievements and shortfalls over the period and to determine the way forward for improved performance and aspirations. In our world of Freemasonry, 10 years of existence is but a drop in the ocean compared to the tricentennial, bicentennial, and centennial of the existence of our mother Grand Lodges and daughter and subordinate lodges. In our own Grand Lodge, all the subordinate lodges except one are older than the Grand Lodge. We are therefore a babe in arms. The advantage of our situation is that we have older lodges and Grand Lodges to look up to for guidance and direction, to adapt to our special cultural, political, and spiritual situation while retaining the basic and universally accepted underpinning characteristics of the craft. As we are all aware, it is 20 years since I was enthroned on the Golden Stool as the Asantehene. I'm therefore also going through the same process of reviewing the state of the Asante Kingdom. Much as I expect and hope that there have been great development strides in improved conditions of the state, there is also the imperative need to maintain those traditions that define the kingdom to us and to ensure that the state and its structures remain truly relevant to all players and participants in the coming years. This is equally true and applicable in our Grand Lodge. On this occasion of our 10th anniversary, therefore, I ask the simple question: Where do we aspire to as a Grand Lodge in the next 10 years? We may be tempted to, first, assess where we are now, and then second, determine incremental improvements on our achievements to date as our targets. I, however, wish to challenge ourselves to set higher targets, to reflect and capture our dreams for the future of our Grand Lodge. I am confident that our dreams will be more grandeur and better than straightforward improvements. Dream targets are challenges which require hard work, determination, and commitment to achieve. The joy of achieving dreams can, however, be immeasurable. I shall therefore proceed to state what in my capacity as a Grand Patron will gain unalloyed joy after the coming decade in terms of membership, commitment of brethren, practice of charity, relevance of our institution to our families and communities, and maintaining a high standard of performance in the delivery of our ritual for attractive and educative ceremonies. This anniversary celebration is the opportune time to look at how to maintain continuing keen interest of brethren in our activities. It is an incontrovertible reality that in our modern technological and cultural environment, with the proliferation of faith establishments and electronic social platforms, we face not only competing calls on our time and resources, but attacks on our craft, which may tend to impede on our availability and resources for the craft. The onus of engendering interest in attracting and retaining members must therefore be of high concern of each member. We also have to be more selective and cautious in recommending and admitting new members. The surest route for attracting new entrants has always been and will continue to be by a constant demonstration of a high standard of comportment in our individual lives. We are prone to concentrate our recruitment efforts on friends we meet and interact in other social environments. The problem has always been that my golf friend, fellow church member, old schoolmate, work colleague, or even a family member may not have the same inclination or attitude for that particular group you belong towards becoming a Freemason. We need to spend more prime time to assess and cultivate potential candidates. The more we make admission appear casual and easy, the more difficult it will be to retain candidates after entry into the craft. We must concentrate on quality membership rather than a large half-keen population. Good quality membership will be characterized by regular attendance, fulfillment of financial obligations, beautiful ceremonies, and cordial interactions both within and outside the lodge. That should be our aspiration. Commitment of each brother in the lodge is the strong base on which our subordinate lodges will thrive and bring joy in the participation of activities. Commitment is essential to maintain members, contribute to the involvement of our family, especially spouses in our social activities, mentor new members, and participate in promoting the province and the Grand Lodges. We own the lodge and must therefore be committed to it achieving and meet our individual and corporate expectations of bringing us together as family. We pride ourselves immensely on our focus of extending charity to the neighborhood in which we operate, and also to our less fortunate brethren. Here I wish to challenge all of us to give serious commitment to charity, which we emphatically claim to be the hallmark of our craft. Our efforts must be at all levels, the subordinate lodges level and at the provincial and Grand Lodges levels. It has been recently reported that our mother Grand Lodges, without any prompting at all, donated nearly £50,000 to assist in the relief efforts in the 3 East African countries devastated by cyclone. Are we inspired to emulate such humane examples if we cannot match the quantum of the contribution? Again, are we being able to maintain our incomparable contribution to the National Blood Bank of a recent? Should we expect regular good reports of support to the health needs of our populace? I'm informed a few lodges are making great strides to practice our avowed characteristic of charity. The question for the future is, can we do more on a more regular planned way? Let us therefore continue with our Christmas handshake to our widows. Let us above all ensure that our charity efforts are well publicized at all levels of Grand Lodge. Let me add that as a Grand Patron, the constant reaching out to our communities to assist the needy will be of prime interest and of a great joy to me. What do our communities, families, and friends think of us as Freemasons? This, I'm convinced, is a question we ought to pose to ourselves regularly and ensure we achieve noticeable relevance to the immediate community in which we operate, including our families. Our families need to become our natural advocates to extol and promote our craft. We therefore have to involve them more in our activities, especially in our charity efforts and in our installation arrangements and with specially organized family outings and get-togethers. We have the potential to spend quality time with our children and wives for a happy, inclusive family life. It is always a sad reflection on us as individuals and as a body that potential Lewis's children of Masons are discouraged by their own mothers to stay away from the crowd because of neglect felt by our wives by our past activities. Our families should be our best promoters of the craft, and it is incumbent we encourage and involve them in our activities. The presence of our families and non-Masons with us today must mark the beginning of a regular interaction with our communities and families. This will also gladden my heart as a Freemason. After 10 years, I feel sad to observe that we are still without a befitting Grand Lodge office. What else do I need to say but to hope that as our fathers in time past built magnificent structures to be proud of as a Grand Lodge, we also have the additional responsibility to maintain, upgrade, and furnish our existing structures. Here in Kumasi, as an example, the once resplendent Fantino Town Temple is crying out for intense renovation. Deteriorating structures do not promote our cause. I'm also aware of the uncompleted building at the Ahunjo location, which needs our attention.
The Grand Lodge of Ghana then presented a 10th anniversary gift to the Otumfo. The meeting was concluded by the Grand Recession. The event of the day, however, continued with a dinner hosted by the Asantehene at the house. To the rather pleasant surprise of those privileged to be there, legendary Amachi Dede was there to treat the people to good music. The iconic Master's song, which was done by a senior Freemason and author of the book Freemasons in Ghana, Right Worshipful Abraham JC.
But the man